Good evening. Hundreds of people have been forced out of their homes near Ruidoso. Tonight, they are worried and waiting for answers. The Little Bear fire exploded overnight, charging through miles of forest and Ruidoso area subdivisions. More than a dozen structures have been damaged or destroyed. Numerous evacuations and highway closures are now in effect. News 13 pilot reporter Bob Martin begins our coverage from above the flames in Sky Ranger.
Looking from the skies over Ruidoso Downs, southeast of the fire, toward the northwest, the scale of the Little Bear is enormous, stretching miles from the upper slopes of Sierra Blanca through the White Mountain Wilderness and all the way across Highway 48 into several subdivisions north of Ruidoso. Late in the day, high west to southwest winds were pushing intense fire rapidly eastward and northeastward through the dry trees, grass, and underbrush. No one has had time to count how many in all, but homes have been destroyed. Many more are threatened. More than 300 firefighters on the ground are making stands where they can. Even the Sierra Blanca ski area is wetting down its structures. Air tankers battled the heavy turbulence close to the ground as long as they could today before winds got too strong and threatened their safety. They were suspended in the afternoon. Helicopter crews have continued to work close around the residential areas, trying to slow the flames near homes. The fire entered the Bonita Lake area and is damaging the watershed there. It started a few days ago as a small lightning fire here just north of Sierra Blanca Peak. Yesterday, it was 100 acres and 100% contained, but gusty winds helped it jump the containment lines. Through the night, it was burning about 1,000 acres per hour. As the fire continues to rapidly grow, more evacuations are being ordered. Bob Martin, KRQE News 13, near Ruidoso.
Hundreds of people were evacuated overnight and earlier today. Fire officials told some evacuees they should expect to be away from home for as many as 5 days. Now, fire officials have scheduled a public meeting for later this evening in Ruidoso to talk about the current fire situation and what they plan to do next. The meeting is set for 7 p.m. at the Ruidoso High School on Warrior Drive. Firefighters from the metro area are headed south to help out. The Bernalillo County Fire Department sent an engine unit and 3 firefighters to the Little Bear fire this morning. AFD sent a brush truck and 4 firefighters to the Ruidoso area as well. AFD says more firefighters are on standby if needed, and the governor has ordered the National Guard to deploy 100 troops and 2 Black Hawk helicopters to help with the fire. Dangerous fire weather is in place not just in the Ruidoso area, but across the state. Here's Ian Schwartz.
Yeah, Tim, just terrible conditions to fight a fire today, and you can just see how big these flames are. If you could imagine a 12, 15, 20-foot tree, these flames are well above that. This was sent to us by Art Cheney, and if you think that's a scary sight on the ground, definitely it's a scary sight from space. You can see that smoke plume from the Sacramento Mountains pushing to the east. Some people, Fort Sumner has been dealing with smoke today. Roswell, we're still going to have to deal with those issues. Let's take a look at currents right now in the Ruidoso area. Southwest winds 30 miles per hour. Temperatures at 81. And right there, that is not a good number. The relative humidity at 7%. Bone dry down there. It's not too hot, it's warm, but really these 2 indicators are what make it very tough to fight the fire. Very dry out there, and we've seen gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour. A lot of places around the state seeing a lot of wind, and we are under a red flag warning until 9 p.m. Tomorrow's going to be a tough day, but there is some good news. It involves cooler temperatures and rain. All the details coming up.
Thank you, Ian. Be sure to stay with KRQE News 13 and KRQE.com for the very latest on the Little Bear fire. We have multiple crews at the scene. Our coverage continues later tonight on News 13 at 9 and News 13 at 10.